Hello, everyone across the globe. I hope you're well. And I also hope you enjoyed seeing me with hair as much as I did. I want to talk to you about sales. I'm super privileged to be here today. And the major message is, we are growing. Last Q, we set ourselves a target of just over £800,000. We did it. We did 1.08 million across global sales. That's a big round of applause, guys. That put us in the place where we did 114% of our target at half time. One more round of applause for that. And this is the good number. We started the engagement journey of 43 new businesses across our global sales. Another, guys, round of applause one more time, please. But it brings us on to people. And Alex stood here previously, and so did Kylie, and they mentioned how important having the right people in the right place doing the correct jobs is to us as a business. And then when I look at individual GOs and I look at the Australian team, Kylie has a growth target of 20% next financial year. In order for her to do that, she needs some help. And I know she's going to be super happy because we're going to be replacing Andrew Kelso's role, who's moved over to Client Success now. So Andrew, good luck in your new journey. But we're going to replace that role. We're also going to add a new sales rep and one more sales consultant for Kylie's team. When we move across to the US, we're also going to be recruiting for a head of sales and a head of sales development reps. What's great about that is that Carla and Shelley have put our leaders first. We need our leaders in place first. They've developed a list of the 20 best heads of sales and the 20 best heads of sales development reps, and they're going to be working a strategy to attack that market and get the best people in place. And then it brings us closer to home in the UK. In the UK, we've had a management restructure in which Alex Griffiths, who's had a fantastic time as the S&B sales manager, will now be managing the corporate team as well. I myself will still be the head of sales development reps in the UK. Dominic Taylor will continue to lead the enterprise strategy. And we have the return of the prodigal son, Phil Morris. He has launched and done such a good job with client development. He will now be in place to help and train and coach and develop our people going to the next step. Collaboration. And I have to be honest, we could have been a lot better at this last Q, but we are making a positive change. When I talk about collaboration, I think of a few different people. I think of Liam Jones, who's done an amazing job helping us with enterprise tenders. I think of Ruby Gill, who's helped us out with some of the further pitches we've gone on enterprise clients. I think of Robert Ketman, who's helped us out with his videos. Everyone in the business is coming together and really living that true sales organization. And Salesforce. If you've been in sales for the last 2.5 years, you would have known how much of a bane that has been in our lives. We are so fortunate to have Roman on board now, so thank you, Doug, for that one. And also my personal friend, Chavdar, in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, who's done an amazing job getting all the technical aspects in place, okay? I wanted to put a bit more spotlight on our sales process, because people kind of know what we do, but they don't always have the best of ideas. So I wanted to get rid of a few misinterpretations and explain a few of the roles in a bit more detail. And I bring you to this number, £426,000. What does that mean, Lewis? This is the number that our researchers across the globe have brought together last Q in new sales. So there's a misconception that they just sit on Google all day and they go for a paper or two. That's not the case. Our guys are highly talented and they go through something we call an ideal client profile to find the best businesses that can work with Reward Gateway. And that is the final number they did last Q in terms of sales. It's pretty impressive. It makes me think of Fiona and Nock in our Australian office, who not only do their research, but also help Kylie in some of the finer detail and some of the other projects they do over there. It makes me think of Owen in our Birmingham office, who also helps with the S&B tenders and RFPs to when we're approaching new business. And it makes me think of Tommy Conran, who's in the UK, and he also helps out with Matt Drew and Rob Hicks on a few of the other projects. The guys do a fantastic job for us. Our edge. Another misconception was that when we acquired API, we thought 1 and 2 in the market is going to be pretty easy. But Kylie, she put me straight on that one. She told me that over 70% of their pitches are competitive in Australia. I never knew that. I don't think many other people did. It just goes to show how well the guys are doing over there of putting us across in the market. But it also leads me to Shelley's blog. So Shelley did steal my thunder a little bit. I was a bit annoyed about that, Shell. But just to say what Shelley did say in that blog was that George Dixon, so George, I'm going to pick on you a little bit, He had a deal, and you know what, we all thought, fantastic. He's closed this deal, it's amazing. Out of pure courtesy, he's called the contact to let her know, the contact's called George, to let him know that he's won. She said she's going to speak to other provider. George then receives another call in which the contactor said the other person's half their price. George, being a true RG hero, has actually just continued to build the relationship and maintain, the way he'd done the entire sales process. We didn't win the business that day, but I'm pretty sure in a year's time they will be back because George's done such a fantastic job getting across who we are as a business. That edge starts with our first public face. It's our global sales rep. Our reps are amazing. They are the best in the business. I want everyone to know that, and I want them to know that really, really strongly because they work so, so hard. It makes me think of two people. I think of Janelle, who's in our Australian team. She is the only sales rep across the entire country of Australia, and she's doing an amazing job. By herself, last quarter, she built a pipeline of 950,000 Australian dollars just for her consultants to go and close, which is an amazing number. It makes me think of Rachel Wood in our Birmingham office, who broke Charlene Banks's record last Q and booked an amazing 48 meetings and another 19 qualified leads for our consultants to go and chase. But it's not just about those guys.
Hi there, Faye. My name's David, and I'm an employee engagement specialist with Reward Gateway. I'm just making a really quick video today to better introduce ourselves and also put a face in the name. And, actually, let's do this over some food. Hi, could I order a burger, please? I did some research into your business, beyond just eating your food, and it looks like a really exciting time. You're going for incredible growth. And actually, the further I looked into it, the more we had in common. Look, so we understand that just like the perfect burger, to make the perfect engagement strategy, you're going to need different elements.
L&D, recognition, job design, leadership, management, purpose, meaning and values, open and honest communication, well-being, benefits.
With over 30 restaurants in the UK and 7 more to join, now could be a really good moment to understand your people plans going forward and see if we could add some value to them. So whether you want to give me a call, have a chat, or even the Tottenham Court Road branch and fancy popping into the office, it'd be great to speak with you as soon as possible. And due to post-editing magic, my details will be on the bottom of the screen. Feel free to get in touch. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did the burger. All the best until we speak next. Bye.
How good is that? This is why I say they're the best. Our sales reps reach out to the market in a way that no one else does. And when we look what David just did for 5 guys who are downstairs in our Tottenham Court Road branch, the rest of the guys, you can see the amazing job that they do there. But I couldn't talk about sales without talking about the actual sales as well. So we've got some world-class consultants. Green Core Group, run by Dominic Taylor, a true testament to our enterprise strategy and a great win by Dom there. Domino's. Can anyone believe Ollie Monday started closing deals again? Ipsos Marie, Sonia, what a result. And it's an introduction into our corporate selling. It was a great amount of revenue won there. Man, you get 2 of them. Ollie Monday did it again with Monarch. Pink, part of the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy Group, run by George Dixon, a staple of our UK high street, and a great win again. GSK. If you know global brands, you probably know GSK. It's a wicked deal. And I have to say thank you to Serena, for she chased that for an entire year of pure persistence to get it over the line. C-Tronics, run by Jason. And again, Jason's proved the strategy for us in 2 Qs in a row that some of the smaller businesses in the market can still bring the revenue to Reward Gateway, so that was another great deal. Higgity Pies. What an interesting story behind this one. So Jen, by the way, who's been a leading consultant this financial year, had a meeting with them in our Tottenham Court Road branch. So as you do, she brings them some pies to say, hey, I was paying attention, your Higgity Pies, here's some pies. Little did Jen know that the contact who was coming to meet her was a vegetarian. So, yeah, no. And then L'Oreal. So Johnny Fullock out there, still building the rainbows, did a great job and a fantastic brand name, again, for us in Q2. Pretty Little Things, Guyan, I didn't forget about you. Following on from Boohoo last quarter, this is another great e-commerce name to put on our board. The goals. Last Q, we said we was going for 1 million. We did it. We're saying we're going for 1 million again. And I know you're all going to support us to get there. We want to fill our global vacancies. There's a few in the UK, there's a few in Australia, and there's 2 super important ones in the US. We want to have those filled by the end of the queue. And with all the great work done by Roman and Chavda, and a notable mention to Shelley, Kylie, and Jonathan, we want to make sure we fully integrate Salesforce in sales, and we destroy Google Docs. Growth. What does sales mean for growth? And I told Doug off earlier because he stole a lot of my thunder, but it's okay, Doug. Sales and the business are intrinsically linked. But the main thing about sales is that everything that you guys do, and I hope you really feel this today, everything that you do helps us sell. It helps us be the best in the market. From product stories to marketing, it always helps us. So we need you guys to help us continue to grow. The more we grow, the more the business does grow as well. And it just brings us to the home straight. It is sales. We've got a target to hit. Q1 and Q2 led us there very nicely, but we've got another 2 Qs to really smash it and hit our financial year target. Those vacancies I just mentioned as well, we want to have them filled, but we also want to have them trained, because we're going to go for 4.2 million next financial year. So we need these people to be in the right place, delivering on the mission. And this is my final bit, collaboration. I tried my best for a general theme here to make sure everyone knows how important they are to us. Sales is sales, but we're only as good as you guys will be when you're doing your job the best you can. So, our guys, we speak to 50 to 60 people in HR every single week. We can deliver the message back, but it's always great when you bring the message to us as well, because we sell with your stories, okay? So guys, thank you very much for your time today. This is me in sales. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout and ask any questions, okay? Thank you.